Have you ever wondered why bad things happen to good people? Today, we will dive into one of the most profound and mysterious stories of humanity, the journey of Job. Imagine losing everything you hold dear, yet still keeping your unwavering faith. This isn't just an ancient story, it's a moving journey that challenges our deepest beliefs. Discover the mysteries of Job, a man who faced unimaginable trials and yet, against all odds, stayed true. Stay with us, and you'll see how this ancient story still profoundly influences our lives today. In the biblical account from the book of Job, we meet a wealthy and respected man named Job, who lived in the land of Uj. He had a large family, many herds, and was known for his integrity and justice. Job strove to live morally and keep a devout relationship with God. In Uj, there lived the sincere and righteous man who feared God and avoided evil. He had 7 sons, 3 daughters, 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 pairs of oxen, 500 donkeys, and many servants. Job was considered the greatest of all the men of the East. On special occasion, his children would hold feasts and invite their sisters to join them at the table. After these gatherings, Job would always perform purification rituals for them, offering sacrifices and thinking, "Perhaps my children have sinned and offended God in their hearts." This was Job's custom, as described in the first few verses of the initial chapter. Then, God praised Job's qualities before Satan. But Satan suggested that Job was righteous only because God blessed him. At a certain moment, the angels presented themselves before the Lord, and among them was Satan. The Lord asked Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan replied, "From roaming throughout the earth, going to and fro on it." And the Lord said, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him, a righteous man who fears God and shuns evil." Satan countered, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not put a hedge around him and blessed the work of his hands, multiplying his livestock across the land?" These dialogues, recorded in the first chapter, verses 6 through 10, illustrate Satan's challenge to God. If Job were to face misfortune, he would change his behavior and curse God. God then allows Satan to cause suffering for Job, but forbids him from taking Job's life. Satan said, "Stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord replied, "Very well, everything he has is in your power, only do not lay a hand on his life." Satan left, and Job's life was thrown into turmoil. In a single day, Job received devastating news. His sheep, servants, and all 10 of his children had been killed, whether by invaders, thieves, or natural disasters. While his sons and daughters were feasting in the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing, and the donkeys were grazing, when the Sabines attacked and took them, killing the servants. I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was speaking, another messenger announced that the fire of God fell from heaven, burning the sheep and the servants, and that he alone survived to tell Job. Yet another messenger arrived, saying that the Chaldeans divided into 3 groups, attacked the camels, and carried them off, killing the servants, and he alone escaped. Finally, a 4th messenger brought the most tragic news. "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking in the house of the eldest brother when a strong desert wind struck the house, causing it to collapse, and all perished." These events, described in the first chapter, verses 13 through 19, threw Job into deep mourning. In his grief, he tore his clothes, shaved his head, yet continued to praise God, saying, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Even after all this, Job did not sin or blame God. But Satan returned to God, and the Lord allowed him to put Job through a new trial, this time afflicting him with painful sores from head to toe. Job's wife tried to convince him to curse God and give up, but he remained steadfast, enduring every trial. This story unfolds both in heaven and on earth, where earthly events mirror a heavenly conflict, as described in the book of Revelation. 3 friends of Job, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, came to him to offer comfort, spending 7 days in silence beside him as a sign of respect. During this period, Job expressed his pain, initiating a dialogue in which each of them shared poetic reflections on suffering. Job cursed the day of his birth, contrasting life and death, light and darkness, and wishing he had never been born. He felt that life only amplified his suffering and admitted,